shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Thank you, Amber, and good morning, everyone. It's so nice to see you. It is a beautiful day here today. So thank you for being here, and those of you who are watching the video, whenever you watch the video, thank you so much. Okay, so let us come together. Just take a breath and feel the place of gratitude in our hearts. For we have been drawn here by divine appointment. Each one of us present physically or in spirit. We are one. And so we feel the magnitude of the love that binds us, that prospers us, and that is the continuum, the wave where you ride for all eternity. So thank you, sweet spirit. We are blessed. And so it is. Amen. Join with me in affirming together our opening statement. There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And our vision? A world of spiritually awakened hearts and minds. And the mission? We are creating a joyful community on a spiritual pathway to peace and love through fellowship, classes, music, and services. Thank you, and please be seated.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. I was blind, but now I see. Twas grace that taught my heart to sing, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils and snares, I have already passed. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace leads me home, leads me home. Amazing. was blind, but now I see. Now I see. I was blind, but now I see.
Thank you, Amber. I've got goosebumps, chicken skin, as they say. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. How many of you remember The Emperor's New Clothes? The story of The Emperor's New Clothes? Just to kind of refresh your memory a little bit, I won't go into the details, but there was an emperor who was feeling mighty prosperous, and he wanted a finest pair of clothes and robes to wear. So these two charlatans got wind of that, and they came to him, and they convinced him that they were weaving for him the most beautiful robe. It was so fine, it was invisible. It was so fine, it was invisible. So when it was finished, this fine, fine, fine piece of clothing, the emperor wanted a parade to show off his new clothes. So he put them on and went walking in the streets, totally naked. Until someone pointed out, he was a little child, pointed, the emperor has no clothes. The emperor has no clothes. And much to his embarrassment, he realized that he had been duped. He had thought he was prosperous. If he had prosperity consciousness, he could have manifested clothes right there on the spot. But he was too upset about it. Too upset, too distracted to remember the power that we all have. Now there are ways to manifest. Let's say we're the emperor. I could just go poof, and there'd be clothes all over my body. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is that someone from the crowd could have had compassion and said, oh dear, and given him a cloak, given him a robe, given him some kind of clothes. That's a form of prosperity too. See, often our prosperity comes and we don't recognize it because it doesn't come the way we're expecting it to come. It doesn't come the way we're visualizing it to come. It doesn't come under the auspices of what we would even call prosperity. So I want to ask you, how's your prosperity consciousness doing? How are you doing? Inner assessment here. What is prosperity really? In the past, as I've begun to talk about this November, the month of November, for me, I've said prosperity is your sense of well-being. To the degree that you have a sense of well-being, you are free to move around the cabin. To the degree that you know that the divine presence is for you and everything in the universe is here to bless you, if you just call it forth. We can materialize anything. Anything. There are some stipulations, and I'll get to them in a minute. But the reason we can materialize anything is because we are one with God. And God is all there is. So in essence, anything I could desire, I already have it. I already have it. It's not separate from me. It's not something I got to go get some of. I just need to believe, and I need to have faith. There's a difference between faith and belief in my world. Belief is your habits of mind. A lot of times our beliefs are unconscious. We don't question what we believe because we believe it's the truth. Why waste time questioning it? And faith, on the other hand, encompasses belief, but it is far more powerful. Charles Fillmore said it's the perceiving power of the mind linked with the ability to shape substance. That's quantum. Because we know everything is energy, and when we turn our awareness and our attention onto something, it materializes for us. And to the degree that we have faith in that process, that's the degree we will see it manifested. It could be instantly, it could take a month, it could take 10 years, it could take a lifetime. Jesus healed people, and invariably he said each time, according to your faith is it done unto you. But you know, we have a lot of unconscious assumptions. I want to read something from one of my favorite little books by Sherry Huber. Sherry Huber is a Zen monk, and I was very privileged and honored to actually study with her for a short period. This book is That Which You Are Seeking is Causing You to Seek. Just like a Zen coin, isn't it? Okay. She says this: there's a basic assumption to which we cling. I have to make life happen. If I don't, it won't be the way I want it to be. We're so desperately invested in this assumption that we won't risk allowing life to simply be the way it is for even a moment to find out whether or not we would like it. And of course, this is not an accident, because if we accepted things the way they are and liked it, what would our function be? What would we do all day? Since we spend all day controlling life, we'd be out of work. That's a job I'd love to retire from. Controlling life, you know? And assuming that it's up to the little me to manifest my good when I'm swimming in a sea of it, depending on what I'm focusing on. My habits of mind. What do I believe? And she gives a few examples about how there is a belief, we believe, and then there is what we really believe. Being a perfectionist is not a problem. I want everything done as well as it can be done in this moment. The problem is that I'm really an imperfectionist. I'm not actually looking for that which is perfect. I'm seeking the imperfect. I will examine and change standards until the goal is impossible. Then I will label that goal perfection. The next step is to beat myself for failing to meet my perfectionist ideals. But in fact, I have met my ideal, my true goal. I believe myself to be imperfect, and I have proven it. In the same vein, I am a people displeaser. No matter how many times I have pleased others, I won't start counting until someone is not pleased. Then my response is, see, I can never do it right, but I have. I'm looking to displease someone and I've just done it. I'm right. That's what I thought I'd do. I have been true to my real belief. There is the belief we believe, and then there's what we really believe. And we always choose our beliefs over our experience. That makes our belief system the framework through which we view God's blessings that are always flowing to us. So again, what do we believe and what do we have faith in? There are ways that we do block our prosperity and our sense of well-being. We believe in God's prosperity. We believe in abundance. We affirm it all the time. But we can block actually tuning in to this peace of mind and this joy in our heart in these ways. We don't use what we've been given, or we want more than we can use. That's one way. We separate ourselves from the continual flow of abundance. 2, we talk about what isn't, what hasn't happened or might never happen, what we don't like, what we don't want to do. In other words, we focus on nothing, and nothing is what we get. 3, too much willpower rather than the faith that says, I know what I know. Too much willpower. I will manifest this. I will manifest this. Well, maybe. Maybe your soul has a different purpose. Can you let go? Can you let God? Can you be happy anyway? Maybe I'm motivated by negative emotions. Maybe I'm really focused on manifesting something and praying for something because I really fear the opposite. Split, separation, out of the flow. Because nothing bad can happen to you. You are the beloved of God, regardless of your human experience. The truth is, nothing bad can happen. Are we challenged? Oh, yes. Are we scared sometimes? Yes. But this too shall pass when we know the truth that makes us free. And then the last one, we don't feel entitled to it, or we fear the changes it would bring. That's a big one. How many times do we know we might not be in the right place at the right time, doing the right things, and we're getting that soul nudge? But oh no, that would mean relocating. That would mean leaving the relationship. That would mean this or that would mean that. And so we just stay in this quandary with this pressure pounding on our hearts, wanting to set us free. Surrender. Let go. Let go. Nothing bad can happen. Faith is a strong knowing. You know because you know you are that which you seek. You already have it. Whether it's the relationship, whether it's the perfect body experience for you, even if it's scary and painful, it's still for your soul's growth. And if you let your soul be in charge, life will be a lot easier and you'll have a whole lot more fun. A whole lot more fun. Belief is a habit of mind in which trust is placed in one's own thinking. I'm not suggesting that you don't trust your own thinking. I'm suggesting that you go deeper into the knowing and let your beliefs spring from there. Let your realization of the oneness that is here right now in every moment, that is here only to bless us, to give us whatever we decree. We just need to wake up. Wake up and see what our habits of mind are creating for us. Are there peaceful thoughts? Thoughts of harmony, thoughts of forgiveness, thoughts of compassion? All of the thoughts that are true and based in truth. Or have we been hijacked by someone who sold us some invisible clothes? And here we stand naked for the whole world to see, when all we had to do was trust in our true prosperity. It always comes at the right time and in the right way. And so it is.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God.
It's time now to bring our service to a close and to bless our offering. You will notice there's an insert that's been in your bulletin for the past couple of Sundays, and it's also been in the e-blast that goes out. Thank you for your increased donations. We're seeing a difference, and next week we can be more tangible in our reporting. We are still a ways from raising the money to make our mortgage payment, which is probably going to be paid around the first couple of months of the year, as I understand it. So we will see that in our mind, knowing that it's a done deal. And we are the hands that make it a done deal. You know, our hearts and our minds and our gratitude. After our offering, we will stand and sing our peace song and then recite the prayer for protection. And we will be exiting from the back rows out to the patio. Please be mindful of your social distancing. These are changing times, back and forth. So we want to be mindful and follow our CDC guidelines. Okay, together for our affirmation of our offering. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful. So Charlotte's holding a basket in the back, and you can put your contribution in there. If you send it through the mail or some other means of contributing, visualize that, bless it as I'm doing now. Okay? All right. Let us begin with, let there be peace on earth.
Christ.